Good morning, John. We have found our way back here to the Releasing Negative Emotions show. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome back. It's been a few weeks, but we are here.
Yeah, we're here, and we've got a format today that we've changed up our format to help you. And we've done 247 episodes. I know, once a week for 247 weeks. Now we're going monthly, and we want you to have an opportunity to see someone on the screen that might be feeling some instant relief. Because I know in the past, the 247 episodes, there's people chatting, right, John? And they're saying they're feeling better. But wow, what if we could watch somebody turn their neck for the first time, or feel the relief of that anxiousness, or that sense that they're doom or whatever? We'd like to do that today. So hello, everybody, and good morning, and welcome to the Releasing Negative Emotions show. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner, Michael Loshi, and I'm here once a month on a Saturday with him, John. Good morning, John. Say
hello, everyone. Yes, my name is John Inverarity, certified emotion code, body code practitioner, and helping people all over the world with aches, pains, various ailments, mental health concerns. And yeah, I live in Vancouver. Hey, if you're watching live, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. And we will be looking for some volunteers today. So if that's you, put your hand up.
Good stuff. Well, John, you and I, we have covered a lot of subjects. 248 subjects. That's a lot. Well, 247 subjects. Sometimes we're repeating the subject. Like today, we want to help somebody that has a physical pain. So normally we want someone to come on screen. If you don't want to do that, that would be our preference today. And we did pre-ask people to join us, and nobody volunteered. So maybe nobody wants to be on screen. Super honest and transparent. Maybe people don't want to be on screen. We do want to help you today. We want to explain the emotion code process. We want to give a couple of emotion code sessions. So if you're thinking, well, I would like to have a session, I don't want to be on screen, we will work with you, because we want to do our job today. We want to be able to do that. So let's give somebody some time. John, tell our friends what we need to know from them, and then you and I will have a little chat. We'll talk about the process, and we'll see who shows up. So go ahead, please.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? If you know someone that has aches and pains, long-term chronic pain, you could tag them right now. Maybe they'll join in and volunteer. And so we are looking for 2 people with chronic, like long-term pain. And, they've tried a few different things, various, different remedies, modalities, and they're just not seeing any results. And, you think maybe it could be, have an emotional connection. So you volunteer, give us a little bit of context of where that pain is. It's in my, shoulder, neck, back, wherever it is, and a severity scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most severe. So for example, like right knee pain, severity is a 9, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, we'd like to measure our work, and we'd like to do that for you. John, let's say good morning to our friends this morning. And first, we have loyal, longtime viewer, NPS. Hey, Natasha.
Hey, Natasha.
And same with Olga. Good morning, Olga, and welcome back from Texas.
Hey, Olga.
There we go. Louise Grace is in the house. Hello, Louise Grace.
Hello, Louise.
And our friend Cheryl Jones has joined us.
Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Hey, Cheryl, do you have any physical aches or pains that we can help you with right now? Is your hair done? I have a sore knee, but my hair is a mess. It's Saturday morning, Michael. Leave me alone. Well, good stuff. Well, we welcome everybody. And again, our goal today is to help you relieve some physical pain that you might have, or certainly reduce it significantly. So we're going to keep that little thing here. Gut pain, join the video panel, let us know live, or we can work with you just in the chat. John, what is that? What are we even talking about doing? Well, today's episode, and all 247 episodes, was brought to you by the letter P, and that is for
proxy. So that means that we act as a proxy on your behalf. The volunteer. We do the work. So we step in. We got our pen and pencil, paper ready, and our magnet, and we do it. So you just sit back and relax.
So it's like if we were going to vote for somebody. Here's my proxy. You know what? This is what we do. We'll do it for you, which is what the proxy is. You don't need to understand it or figure it out. You just need to, well, first, we just can't be anybody's proxy, John, because it would be fixing the neighborhood, wouldn't we? Or our family members if needed. So even though we'd love to heal the world, we can only do it when we're asked. So, we can only be your proxy when you give us the green light, which is
permission. It's like, yes, I volunteer. Yes, work with me. Help.
That's right. And I have asked people on the street or, some of my friends, hey, can I help you with that? And they'll say, yeah, well, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
That is permission.
That's permission.
It's almost like, John, if you came to my house and you turned on your phone and say, oh, I noticed that you got Wi-Fi, which is attraction. It's pretty easy to figure out at my house. But it doesn't mean you're connected, right? Oh, I see I got Wi-Fi, but it means you're connectable. So I got to give him my password. And in proxy world, the password is permission.
Proxy.
Yeah.
Permission.
Okay, good.
Okay,
yeah.
got that.
Good. I'm going to connect with you. I'm going to be your proxy. You're going to give me permission. You said it earlier, John, but we like to know what we're working with specifically, and this is an important number in the process.
Yeah, give us a range to start with, and then we do the session, and then we take it a reading again at the end of the session, and we know if it worked, and we know where it is. We know what to do go forward. So scale of 1 to 10, severity, 10 being the most severe.
Now, how do we do that? How do we, when we're dialed into your Wi-Fi, how do we access the files? Imagine that everything you've done and known and experienced and smelled, it's in a file folder. And you're like, oh, I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, here's an old, what I mean by an old problem, that old file raised its head when you were younger, that time you got fired or that breakup. Every file is filed. John and I, we're this. I'm going to show you. We'll find the file. We're going to seek and find that file. John, we're not using our finger. Well, we are using our fingers, but we're not doing this. Next file, next file, next file. So we're able to access somebody's subconscious mind, just like their hard drive computer. We're able to sort through all the files and get to the file that we want. The key is what? Tell us. It's two things: the question, and then what's the technique? Yeah.
So the question needs to be a yes or no based question. So the answer has to be either yes or no, not what is the problem? Is it the has to be like, is the problem A or B, basically? So we're finding the answer through muscle testing. So a strong muscle means a yes. So mine looks like this. Weak is a no, and it just the fingers come apart, right? So this is a better demonstration. Everyone can see muscle testing. Strong is like this. So my name is John. My name is John. Then I can say, my name is Bob, and it would come apart. So that's the technique, muscle testing. And we have a chart as well. So the emotion code chart. So on the chart, there's 2 columns, 6 rows, totaling 60 trapped emotions. So we use muscle testing. We're asking your subconscious mind what the problem is. A lot of the time it's these trapped emotions, unprocessed negative emotions. So we find out, which one it is or which ones they are, and clear them.
That's right. Now there's a key word right there, right? It's one thing to know you have an emotion, right? You might be getting some coaching or therapy or something. You said, okay, I found out that I was abandoned and now I'm setting the vibration of abandon. Let's do a quick little law of attraction lesson. So an unprocessed emotion is just that, John. It's an emotion that we've had that's like we buried it. People, they bury their feelings. Oh, it didn't go very far. Yeah. It's still there. It's the size of a baseball, and it keeps popping up and popping up. So when someone says they've got a history of everything that in them feels like abandonment. Oh, he abandoned me. She abandoned me. That store abandoned me. We're thinking, really? Well, it's because that emotion, that unprocessed emotion from years ago, it's doing this. It's raising its little ugly puffy head like a pimple. And the only thing that'll get rid of that unprocessed emotion, say it when you see it.
Magnet. So the magnet, the whole process surfaces that, the seeking, brings it to attention, and the magnet clears it out. So we take the magnet and it goes over your head like this, or our heads, because we're the proxy. And that's where the governing meridian is. And all the meridians connect up to the governing meridian, and the magnet amplifies our intention to clear that out. So the magnet clears it out, releases it, deletes it, gone.
Yeah. And the magnifying glass is not part of the process, anybody. It's just me playing with some tools. This is. And John, you can show us your magnet. There's no magnet rule, right? It could be a fridge magnet, a magnet
Refrigerator
from
magnet.
World, yeah, flat one like that. But there's enough energy in this energy to delete that unprocessed emotion. And honestly, when people say, well, how do you connect? How do you connect? I don't know that there's an explanation about how we do that other than it's done. And one of the criteria to help us connect with another person is
being hydrated. Yeah, you just saw me take a big drink of water. So as practitioners, we like to drink a lot of water. You'll see us drinking water, on the demonstration today. And yeah, it just really helps with the muscle testing and the clearing.
Well, good. Well, let's talk to some of our friends out in the room today. So if nobody in the room right now has any physical pain, there's something else that we can do is quite quicker, and you don't need to join us. But we do want to be able to demonstrate our skill set. And if you want to join us in a future episode, be sure to drop us a note in the chat or direct message John or I. We'd love to get you in the queue because we would love to show you and other people this incredible, unique skill that we have to be able to help you live over Facebook or over Instagram or over LinkedIn, wherever you're watching this from. So let's see. Okay, so Jade, read what Jade has to say and we'll see that.
Okay, so hi Jade, welcome. Jade says, I have 3 trapped emotions. Someone told me in my body is not ready to resided it. Is that, true? Is that true? Is not ready to release it, maybe? Yeah, it's not ready to release it.
Sure, yeah.
Possibly. We can check that. Usually,
I'd rather check it because it could be a belief the practitioner, and I don't know who worked with you, and I'm not saying anything, but I've never had that, and I have at least 1,200 clients. I've never had a time when the body says I don't want to release it. So I'm curious about that, and if we can help her release those sooner.
Well, you know what it could be. So in the body code, you can find an imbalance, and then is there something associated with it? Yes. And then you go and clear that kind of that other imbalance, and then you can go back and correct or and clear the first thing.
Right.
But
so it could be the languaging around that.
Yeah. So is there something else associated with it? And
well, Jade,
stir it up.
Tell us what you're working on. So if we say unprocessed emotions, it won't know that. It said these are in relation to what, your sore neck or what was the problem you were working on? Were they served? And then John and I could do a quick scan. It's like having another computer geek go in your computer and say, "Buddy didn't find it, but I've got the XL 1000 bug scanner, and I did." So
yeah, so it's best to have a symptom to work with, or a goal, or a pattern that you've noticing, like the abandonment that Michael referred to. Yeah. So let's see what is it.
Okay. Our friend Permelia is watching from sunny Parksville. So hello, Permelia. So while we're waiting for Jade, because I think we can help Jade, is there anybody in the audience right now? I'm going to be specific to a business person, and you're a business person. In business, we've got prospects. These are potential customers, people that you're meeting and networking with your friends and family. They're not hired you yet. You're prospecting, almost like you're prospecting for gold. I can find out if you are sending a negative vibe to that group. In other words, what is the wall around your heart, or the heart wall, that you have about prospects? And what that means is that when you're networking, you're talking, you're meeting with prospects, unknowingly, you're sending the vibration about them. So what does that even mean? Well, and I'm doing lots of these for people, but say, for example, we're going to do a session, something comes up where it was humiliation or embarrassment or something like that comes up. I can go back and find out when the event was. And I've done this. You know what? This was in 2019. It was the 3rd week of January. And then I would say, was I with it? So you were with the prospect and something happened and you got humiliated. And that's an unprocessed emotion. And you know why it's unprocessed, John? Because nobody runs home and says, I'm so humiliated. Like, it never gets talked about. Other things do, right? People might say I'm feeling anxiety, but when it comes to humiliation, that's one that nobody brags about having, so it stays unprocessed. So
True. Absolutely.
there we go. We've got our friend here, Lord. So you're going to look after Jade here? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks, Jade. Little more information. And Jade says, I have a bad sciatic nerve problem for 2 years, but I'm very active and it doesn't make sense. Okay. So is that down the right side, left side, both sides?
Yeah, I'd want to know whereabouts in the body.
Whereabouts? Yeah, just location. Yeah. When Lori.
Well, John, why don't you collect some more information, and I'm going to help Lori from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I have a right knee pain that is 7 most days. Hi from Las Vegas. Okay, John and I are going to choose 2 people today. So Lori, thanks for coming in today and helping us out. And today's goal is to reduce Lori Mayo's right knee pain. I don't know if we can do it. Her brain will tell my brain if I can. So again, hydrated practitioner. You see John and I.
And maybe a severity thing too. So you said a sciatic nerve problem. And so is that pain, and what's the severity of that? Just in general, if it's an 8 or a 9, like right now, that'd be good to know as well.
Yeah, you want to be able to measure it, right? You say, it was an 8 and now it's a 5. We're not promising a 0. We're promising we're anticipating significant reduction, and that number is helpful. So there we go. She's giving you more information. I'll narrate through Lori halfway through, and then you can. We don't have a rush today. It's our show. We spend as much time.
Yeah.
Absolutely not rushing. Okay. This is my style. This is a yes. That's a no. And this finger's the boss right there. Natasha Polisamio, if you could put the website address for muscle testing you do it every week, and I'm so grateful. MichaelLoche.com/muscle testing. It's a free little training video. You can do that. So that's yes. So right now I'm connecting. Am I Lori from Las Vegas? That's a no. I'm just scanning my Wi-Fi, scanning for Lori, scanning. There, I'm Lori. Am I Michael Loche? No. Am I Lori? Am I in New York? No. There we go. So I'm Lori, yes. I'm just going to put my hands down to save that. So here's my first question. I was telling Michael about the right knee pain is a 7 most days. So what is the daily average level of this discomfort in my right knee? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? It's about an 8. And right now with Michael just sitting here, is it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6? Okay, so when it's above 2, you know it's there, right? It's humming, it's constant. That's why it's chronic. It's always there. So I'm getting lots of yeses. I'm just confirming that I'm connected to Lori, and I'm talking about my left knee, no, right knee. Yes, see, can't lie. Not that Lori's lying. My fingers wouldn't lie. So it's my right knee. The pain's about 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Now here's the big kahuna question. Is it 100% emotion related? Yes. Is it 99%? No, it's 100%. It's 100%. Okay. Does Michael have them all? Yes. Okay. It's like a little board game, right? We're moving ahead. It's 100%. Michael has them all. What would be an average number that I can look for, just to give me some context? Is it over 1 emotion? Yes. Is it over 2? Yes. Is it over 1, 2, 3? No. So it's not under 3. So not over 3. It must be under 3. It's not under 3. You know what I'm going to say. Is it 3? Yes. Is it 4? Is it 2? Is it 3? Okay, all 3 yes or no questions, file folder, So here's what I found. There's 3 unprocessed emotions contributing to the pain of 8 in my right knee. Is there 4? There's 3 of them. And Michael has them all. So again, using that chart, I got to find 3 of them. But it's not just that chart, right, John? We have other charts. So this has got 90. That's got 60. So how many are on this blue chart right here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, only 1 of the 3. Okay. And is this my emotion? It's not. Oh, is it from my mom or my dad? Is it absorbed? What the helicopter does that mean? John, could you go ahead and do that for me? Tell our friends what absorb means.
Yeah, it means you've taken that emotion on from somebody else. So someone else trapped it, held onto it, and then you were, around them within, close proximity, and you took it on. Maybe they're, explaining to you the situation, and you're just there, helping them out, talking to them,
supporting them.
Yeah, absolutely. and you just took that on as your own, and now you have it to
Well, not anymore.
add it.
Not with Big Bertha's here. Okay, so I just deleted an absorbed emotion of anger. So she could have been at the streetlight at the corner and shopping with somebody around her. It doesn't. She didn't create it. She was just there, like you said. Or she could have been helping somebody that was anger, coaching them or something. But again, you didn't take. It wasn't yours, but you did take it on. Did I completely delete it? Yes. How many are left now? 5, 4, 3, 2 of them. Yeah, we're doing the math. I don't have to remember anything because it's a calculator as well. And the other two, are they on the blue chart? They're not. Are they on a trauma chart? That's a little different, right? So let me find the first one. Is it in column A, column B, column C? Is it row 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Is it row 1? Is it trauma? Column C, row 1. Is it word 1, 2, 3? Now we'll look at it. It's apathy. Is this the trauma? Is this my own trauma of apathy? No, it's not. It's just my dad's, my mom's absorbed. Absorbed trauma of apathy. I don't know what that means. Apathy. Does that mean kind of like non-caring?
I think so. Yeah.
Deleting this trauma of apathy. They don't have to really. By the way, when they're absorbed, they don't make any sense. Again, it wasn't your emotion, so you wouldn't be able to connect to it. Okay. So there's one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A 1. 2. Is it trauma? Yes. Is it A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this my dad's, my mom's absorbed? Is this the absorbed trauma of death? Yes. Did this happen in 2022? Yes. 2021, 2022. Yes. See all the file foldering now, just to show you that we can file folder. So did this happen in February? No, before February. Was it in January? Was it week 1, 2, 3? So in January 22, week 3, I was near around somebody that was experiencing the trauma of death. And that can be two things: the end of something, something ended. And most common, it's somebody was experiencing the death of somebody. And again, you might have been consoling them. So I'm deleting this absorbed trauma of death. Now, if you've been keeping score, her subconscious mind said there was 3. That's 2. Said there was 3 emotions. And remember, our job is to do it for you. So using muscle testing, I was able to search what the emotion was. Because, John, in order to delete an emotion, you got to know its exact name and then use a magnet. We can't say, delete this pain in my knee. Yeah, hashtag, that won't work. Okay. That's why you need us, because we're the secret finder deleters. Okay. So without talking to Lori, I'm going to get a little measurement here, and then we're going to hear from Lori when she's ready. So am I still Lori? Am I Michael? Before today's session, what was the severity in this right knee discomfort? Was it 10, 9, 8, 7-ish? 10, 9, 8-ish, 7, 8? Yeah, between 7 and 8. Now it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's a big claim to make, but I'm not making it up. So now I'm going to just do a little bit of maintenance. Whenever I hear something on one side and not the other, John, there's always that probability that you limp a little bit or you favor. So I'm just going to check to see if her left hip and right hip are this, or this. You'll hear the question.
Mm-hmm.
Are my left hip and my right hip, are they out of alignment? Yes. Is it caused by 100% emotions? Yes. How many? 1, 5, 4, 3, 2 of them. 1 of them, 2 of them. Are they in? Yes. Is it A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it fear? Is it fear and terror? Yeah. Deleting this old emotion of fear. Deleting terror. Now are my left hip and my right hip in alignment? Yes. Were they? They weren't. Okay. Am I done? Yes. Okay. I'm just going to disconnect here. We'll let Lori settle with that in a few minutes, John, and we'll hear from her. And are you working with Jade?
I am, absolutely.
Okay.
I will be here. I haven't connected.
Okay, great. So is that the right one to put on the screen here?
Jade Barrett.
Yeah.
And so sciatic nerve pain, and it used to be a 10, and now it is a 4 or 5.
That's perfect information.
It is perfect information. Thanks, Jade. So I'll just connect up with intention based. And muscle testing. Use my hands just to confirm. Jade. Okay, yeah, I do have a good connection. Just connect it up. Proxy. Proxy. Triple checking. My name is Jade. Yes. Okay, so we have this pain right, our left side, sciatic nerve pain. So it goes, starts up here in the leg, goes all the way down the left side, and just overall severity is at least a 5. Yeah. 6 or higher. No. And so Jade mentioned before there was 3 trapped emotions, not ready to release. And I'm not going to test that because I'm just going to find out, just clear what I can, what comes up for me. Oh, I think you're on mute there. Okay, so there's trapped emotion associated with this pain, discomfort. There's this nerve pain, and yeah, there's this nerve dysfunction. So there's a trapped emotion associated with this dysfunction in your body. Yes. Okay, so is it 100% emotional? 80%. So what's the best approach? Is it a trapped emotion to clear first? No, it's not. So it's not a trapped emotion. That's not the best approach. Let's see here. Is there something in the trauma chart? No. Something preventing the release from trapped emotions? There is an imbalance in the body code, Jade. There's something in the body code. Let's find out what this is.
John is double.
So is it something on the left here? So got it right here, chart right in front of me. So I'm going left side, right side. There is some sort of energetic imbalance. Okay, there is something emotional, but it's not a trapped emotion. Okay, so it's called a compound or psychic trauma. And what that is it's when 2 or more emotions are felt at the same time and they're stuck together as one ball of energy. So it's unique. You have to be specific and call it, well, I call it a compound. We used to call it a psychic trauma. Either way, you need to say that. And then you need to find, emotion 1 or emotion 2, or if there may be more, and clear it that way.
I relate that to a paint color, right? There's gray and there's blue-gray, but they're not black gray. Like just the name blue makes it different. This is blue-gray and this is gray. They're not the same thing. So John's saying you got to know exactly both emotions that connect. You don't got to, we do. And that's what John's finding.
There's more uniqueness about this as well. So like you found an absorbed emotion. You have to be specific about that. If it's inherited from your mom or dad, you need to be specific about that. This is a shared compound. So you and someone else, same time, same place, and something fairly significant went on, and you both created the same compound and trapped it, and you both hold on to it. And you might be both connected to it as well, like kind of like a cord or something like that, right? So we'll find out what emotions are in this shared compound, and see if we can clear that. So
good work, Detective John.
Well, you know what? There could be 3 of them. Is there 3 of them in this compound? Yeah. Is there 4 of them? No. Is it just 2? No. So there are 3. So we'll see what they are.
Yeah. Normally it's 2. So for you to ask that there's 3, that's part of your intuition that John practicing now, just based on what he knows. Because I would have never asked for 3. So now I will.
Okay. First emotion is unworthy. Is it unworthy, Jade? Yeah. Second emotion is it panic? Panic. Yeah. Third emotion is fear. So like that's quite a bit, one event. Fear, panic, unworthy. More information need about this. Maybe. Okay, more information need about this. Yeah. There's something associated with this. There is something else associated with this. Plot thickens. Okay, Jade, what's going on here? So something does need to be released first. It's emotional. There's a trapped emotion. And it's not a common, it's not shared, it's not absorbed, it's not prenatal, is it inherited then? Can we say inherited? there is an inherited trapped emotion. Okay, muscle testing here, A, be odd or even. So it's B5, so it's inherited in B5. Is it terror, inherited terror? Father's side. Counting generations back. It was quite a bit. It's 9 generations of terror. Terrified. Okay, more information needed? No. Most commonly, you could get like 2 or 3. I don't usually count after that. You don't really need to know how many lineages, generations it goes back.
And by the way, you're only hearing about 1/10 of John's questions, right? He's only saying them out loud for you, but I know he's asking many questions in between, right, John? Kind of it's like snakes and ladders, just finding your way to.
Yeah, it's habit. I'll try and slow it down. So clearing inherited terror from you now, all with this now. Release, 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 release. A couple extra swipes there.
I put John's link up on the page there. If John does Pot of Goat, I don't, so he's the guy to go to that. You can see it's complex. There's more layers, and he's been doing it for how many years now, John?
10.
10 years. I mean, there's not a lot of practitioners that have John's experience. So if you're needing the body code, John is the guy to chat with.
All right. So let's see if we can clear out this compound here, Jade. So Jade, is there something else associated with it? More information needed? No. Okay, that's pretty clear right there. So let's clear out this compound. So that's the emotional blend. It was unworthy, panic, and fear.
The Mirepoix.
The Mirepoix of suffering. Okay, release us from me now.
Yeah, it's not the Mirepoix. I just made it up. No one looked that up. I just like using the word Mirepoix because I'm French.
Let's let that go, Jade. Release, 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 and it's shared. So clear this from you. Clear this from existence. Release, 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 release. Let that go. Okay. And okay, good connection here. Jade and proxy. Severity. There's a 2 out of 10 I got. Yeah, so there's a little bit more there. Creating this dysfunction, this pain, this nerve problem. There is an imbalance. Yeah. So is it trapped emotion? Yes. Is it in column A? No. So it's in column B, odd row? No, 2. So no to odd row, so it's in an even row. Is it 2, 4, 6? So it's in B4. Is it the first one? Is it the second, third? Yes. 4th or 5th. So it's indecisiveness. Can we clear this indecisiveness? Yeah. Let's release that. Release, release, release. And that is clear, Jade. Yeah, is there another trapped emotion? No. Okay, so I'll take a page from Michael's book. Is there an imbalance creating dysfunction between the left side, right side of your body? Misalignment. No, we're going to align it up, though. Left side, right side, the hips. Left side, right side. And maybe there's something going on in the vertebrae, right? So just aligning all vertebrae. All
my Catholic friends will know what I mean. It's the spine and the hips, and the left to the right. My mother would say that's blasphemous.
Oh, okay. So let's see here. Jade,
yeah,
another imbalance associated with this pain, dysfunction, this nerve pain. No, we'll just bring awareness to that entire left side there. Just aligning all the, the nerves, the connective tissues in the area. Same with the right side, all the nerves, connective tissue there, sciatic nerve. Okay, so I'll give it a minute there, Jade, and let us know if you're feeling any sensation, any releasing, tingling sometime.
Yeah, we'll be here for about 10 to 15 more minutes, so give us another update. Okay, well, good. We want to hear from Jay. Good work, John. That was like double clicking on everything, right? Next level. So you can tell you're well experienced in that.
Well, hopefully there's some results there, right? Like
I would anticipate there would be, but we'd like to hear from them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of hearing from them, let's check in with Lori Mayo. Lori Mayo had a session for me today, and her hip was, I think, a 7 or something like that, or 7 and 8. So Lori Mayo is saying, I just got off the couch and walked with no pain. Hips actually feel in alignment. Oh, good. Thanks. I would say pain is down to a 1. So here's what I do throughout the day, right? So John, these emotions are the size of a baseball, and imagine there's one here and one there in the spine and one in the hip. So when they get removed, that's a lot of free space, a lot of freed up space. So then the whole body starts to settle in. Sometimes even people say they kind of sink and say, "Oh, I felt that." So imagine getting rid of all these emotions in your hips and spine. So Lori, that's excellent results, and that 1 might go to a 0. I'm going to extend an offer for you to email me in the next couple of days to give me another update. In a traditional session, John, you would work with John or I more than 1 session. And then the second session, because you saw in a 25-minute session, look how much work we did. So we'll work on multiple things in the first session. And the second session, we'll come back and say, okay, hey, Lori, you might say, you know what, it's down to a 1 when I do this, because you've had some time to observe it. And John and I, it's like a video. We can go back. We can go right here. When I was on a hike last Wednesday, we can back up your life, find out what trapped emotion caused it, and delete it. So multiple sessions to follow up. And when you get to see the things that we work on, you're going to give us a whole yes balls. I think is my good. So Lori, thanks for hanging out with us today and volunteering. And we will hear from Jade Schroeder. But there is, look who joined us. I love when she says this. Boy, she missed something today at the top of the hour. Sylvie, you know what we were doing, Sylvie? We had a contest, and we had a $100 gift card for anybody named Sylvia, and you missed it. Sorry about that.
Hey, Sylvia, welcome.
She's here every Saturday when we were, so we love having you back since. Sylvia. And she asked that question on purpose. She comes in late. Said, yes, you missed me. That's what you missed. Our friend Elaine Goldman's peeking in, saying hello. Hello to you, Elaine.
Yeah, and you know what? There's someone I saw earlier watching from YouTube. Who was it?
I'm scrolling.
Hannah Rose says good morning.
Hannah Rose. There we go. Hey, Hannah. I'm seeing her now. Premilia's with us. We had a great day today, John, and we helped some people today. Yeah, I just want to do a quick shout out to see if I have. I don't think this was the right one. I got to see it for a second. Yeah, I don't think that's the right URL. So yeah, I'm going to put the right URL, but I'm running a 5-week Law of Attraction course. It's 5 weeks of Law of Attraction from my book, Law of Attraction, with an 18-page workbook. Everybody gets 10 emotion code sessions in the package. So the first week, we're working with Law of Attraction. I have 12 people on Zoom. Then all 12 people stay. And the very first week, they got a heart wall removed with prospects and a heart wall removed with clients. And when they come back with week 2, everybody had significant changes. That's only week 1. 5 weeks of Law of Attraction, 10 emotion code sessions over the whole week. And you can go to michaellogier.com. I'm going to put it in the chat. michaellogier.com/workshop. And the next one starts the second week in July, and they're recorded. So sorry, I'm thinking things. michaellogier.com/workshop. Probably 100 people would have put that out there for me. Workshop with all my stuff. There we go. So just to repeat, I have this 5-week Law of Attraction. I'm doing one every 6 weeks. So the next group is starting. I've got 4 people registered. I'm taking 12. 10 emotion code sessions to change your life and business, plus learning how to master the formula for deliberate attraction with me. John, earlier I showed your website when you were in session there. I don't know if you were completely alert, but people know how to get a hold of you for any body code work. You'd be ideal to help them with that as well.
I am at aliveandpure.com. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So John, we did demonstrate today that, we work pretty fast. We could do more and do thorough, but for people that haven't had a session, tell them, and end up to be on a video with you or I, what are a few things that need to happen just to tell them how easy that could be? Go ahead, please.
Absolutely. So we do like a list of concerns, ailments, goals to begin with. So email us in advance, what you'd like to address. That way, when we connect up on video, we can get started right away. and we don't need to spend 5-10 minutes discussing what we're here for. So we do ask that, and we both have online scheduling.
Well, just wait. We've really trained people well, John, because almost everybody's doing that. And when you know what we can do in 2 minutes, you don't want to be chit-chatting. You want to get us to work. So shout out to everybody that's been doing that, sending a nice bulleted list. And it takes a lot of time to say, what are we going to work on? When they come prepared like that. So thanks for reminding people about that.
Yeah, I even spend a few minutes even before the video call, looking at it, picking out like keywords, and you can see what the pattern is just sort of within the explanation, what the concern is. So we both have online scheduling. You can go to our websites and pull up the calendar, find a date and time that works for you. And like Michael said earlier, it's good to have those follow-up sessions. So we do recommend multiple session package to start with, and it's really easy. You don't have to leave your house. You just send us an email. We can send you a Zoom link. You just open it up. People are in their car, they're on their couch, wherever it is.
You don't have to leave your bed. I've worked with somebody in bed.
Yeah. If someone,
I can't move. I can't get up. My neck hurts.
I had someone like locally went on vacation and had pain, and they couldn't get out of bed, so they're like FaceTiming me or like Zoom call from their bed in Mexico, and help them with their pain, and then they can go back to the beach and go back to swimming.
Yeah, I don't have his text in front of me, but I get a message that said, Michael, I am thousands of miles away from he's a fisherman on the Pacific Ocean in the middle of nowhere. And it's rough. It's they're not playing cards on the deck all day, right?
No.
He's just always in pain. He said, I don't even think I can get out of bed, and they're like screaming at me. So by text, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, for some lucky signal, I was able to relieve the emotion. And what happens when you're working hard like that? These areas become the weakest part of our body. So, and that's where emotions collect. So, he's working his shoulders. Well, that becomes irritated and weak. And anyway, shout out to my friend that's not watching or listening. He's fishing.
He's fishing. He sent you an SOS.
He's going to send me some halibut. That's what he's going to send me.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
Like beautiful halibut from the cold Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
John, we did a good job today. We got our goals. We told people, we worked with a couple people to show that we can help them. We let people know, being on a video with us, choosing the calendar, boom, you're here. I think we did it, John.
We do have an update from Jade that I would love to read. Thank you, Jade. She says, OMG, oh my gosh. Everything you said was spot on. I do have a problem with indecisiveness. After you finished, I felt the tingling. And I do feel the sciatic, and I don't feel the sciatic pain anymore.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Wow. That's great. Jade, thank you for that great update.
Absolutely love
it. That's it. Yeah. Look at that. We love that. So, again, John, your experience really showed up today in this kind of scenario. Most people wouldn't have known how to do that. So congratulations. And Jade, you know what the universe had to conspire to get you here today? And for John to be available in this, it was like click, 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 boom, Jade and John. And look what happened. And Michael and Lori, boom.
Michael and Lori.
So we're back at the first of every month, Saturday at 9 o'clock. We send an email out a few days before. We might send it out Wednesday now, but we send it out Friday and then Saturday. It's just hey, here's the link. Come join us. You can go to the little scroller there. It is releasingnegativemotions.com/live, and you can sign up to get our email. You can also get access to John's website, my website, and the last 200 and whatever episodes. We have everyone linked, all of them linked on that page. John, thanks for hanging out today. We did a good job. We will see you next month, and we'll see everybody else. Thanks for hanging out and sharing and being so participatory today. John, we'll see you next month.